Last weekend, my family decided to have a summer cookout, which, in our household, means grilling everything from hot dogs to questionable vegetarian sausages and the kind of potato salad that could survive a nuclear winter. My Uncle Dave, who's famous for two things, his competitive spirit and his complete inability to back down from a challenge, was already 3 root beers deep when my cousin nonchalantly mentioned that nobody could eat a whole watermelon in one sitting. That's when Uncle Dave's eyes lit up like he'd just spotted a $10 bill in a parking lot. Within seconds, he was standing in front of the picnic table, sleeves rolled up, staring down a watermelon roughly the size of a space heater. "Watch and learn, kids," he declared, grabbing a steak knife with the confidence of a man who's never seen a watermelon before. The mildly intriguing part? Instead of cutting into the juicy red part, Uncle Dave started sawing into the green rind like he was auditioning for Worst Cooks in America. We all exchanged nervous glances, but figured he was just making an entrance. He took one massive bite out of the rind, grimacing like he'd bitten into a bar of soap, but stubbornly chewing. "It's refreshing," he managed to choke out, which, considering his face was turning the same color as the rind, seemed like a generous description. My aunt suggested he might want to use the blender for the tougher bits, and, never one to admit defeat, he loaded up the blender with watermelon chunks, rind and all. The blender, however, was not up for this challenge, and promptly started making noises usually reserved for malfunctioning jet engines. By the end of it, we had one broken blender, half a watermelon rind mulch, and an uncle with a newfound respect for fruit boundaries, not to mention a greenish tinge to his smile. As we surveyed the chaos, my dad just shook his head and said, "Next time, let's clarify the rules. Eat a whole watermelon means the inside, Dave. Otherwise, you're just getting into a jam."